So hello everyone, once again, how you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. And before we do anything else, before I go further, I want to say happy new year. We made it into 2021, guys, and we have so much to be thankful for. We have so much to be grateful for. We have so much to, say thank you, Lord, over. So it's so good to see you all once again. If you're already subscribed to this channel, well, thank you for being loyal. Thank you for being a part of this family. And if you're not subscribed, or if it's your first time here, well, welcome. Now, today's video, since it's the first video of the year, of course, I've already uploaded a video before, but that one was about Christmas things. So this is my first official video of the year 2021. And since it's my first official video, we're gonna kick it off with some amazing things that we are not going to be doing in 2021. So if you want to sit down and listen to what I have to say, just click the subscribe button. If you're interested in what I have to say, click the subscribe button, and it's gonna be fun, don't worry. Okay, so we're back. So this is 2021, not 2020. There's a difference. We pushed 2020 out of the way. What a year that was. Anywho, so with 2021, I just want to talk to us about certain things that I think that what has happened, previously in the last year, I think it should be an eye-opener of some sorts to a lot of us, me as well, me especially. And I want to share this with you, like my own epiphany. Some of them you've heard me say before, some I'm going to repeating it. So I'm going to be sharing it with us, and tell me, what have you learned or not learned, or what you're not doing this 2021. So the first thing we're going to be doing first, and this one really gets to me so much because it's becoming super annoying, and I can't. I've said I wanted to do a separate video on this, but let's put it as part of the things we're going to do in 2021. We are going to stop generalizing Africa. Yes, I said it. And that goes for YouTube channels, that goes for YouTubers, that goes for every human being out there that has assumed or thinks that putting Africa in one entity makes us a country. No, Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent, just like the United States is a continent, just like Australia and Asia are continents, just like Europe is a continent, just like every other continent we see out there. So Africa is a continent made up of 54 countries, including Madagascar and the archipelagos. And for crying out loud, you guys, enough. And because why I'm also hitting the nail on the head is because generalizing Africa has made us, we don't own any story. We don't own any history. We are forgotten. We are thrown away. I happened to watch a documentary series, the fall or the making of an African colony or something, and the narrator talked about having to when they were talking about the role Nigeria played in the World War of 1945, World War II. And it was appalling to see, because not just Nigeria, but different countries in Africa. And it was appalling to see that in the UK, okay, the epitaph that was erected for not the country, not Nigeria, but it was Africa. Our story has been hidden, and somebody did that, and somebody has been comfortable with it. And these are the kind of things and kind of narratives that we have to stop. We have to change. So we are going to stop generalizing Africa. We are going to come out as who we are. We are going to come out as Kenyans. We're going to come out as Nigerians if you are. You're going to come out as Ghanaians. You're going to come out as Tanzanians, whatever country you come from, you're going to come out as that. And you're going to represent who you are. Because that's what we are. We are a diverse continent filled with beautiful, rich culture, history, facts of history, arts, you name it. And then somebody said something to me one day and said, "Oh, Africa, blah 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 blah." We didn't. I was listening to that. I said, "Oh no, that Africa, we're there to help them." And I'm like, "Okay, no, we're talking about religion." And somebody was like, "Oh, Christianity is witchcraft, blah blah." The traditional deities are witchcraft, blah 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 blah. And it got me thinking. It is witchcraft, and then the colonialists dared to steal our artifacts. All over the museums in Europe, America, wherever, the art that adorns their museums all belong to Africa. So they told you and I that our traditional means of worship were a cake, were witchcraft. But then they were not afraid to take and steal. They didn't take, they stole. They were not afraid to steal our art. I think that should get us thinking sometimes when we hear some of these arguments. All right, number 2. We are not going to, in number 2, we're going to be learning not to own other people's feelings about us. And this struck me when I watched Iyanla's video, where a girl was asking her grandmother, "Why don't you like me?" The grandmother, outright told her grandchild to her face that she does not like her. And Iyanla responded, and I quote, "I'd rather my eye fall out than tell my grandchild that I don't like her." It was very horrific, And I recall Iyanla saying something like, "Why are you owning it? Don't own it." Just give me a second, guys. All right. And she was like, "That's not your problem. That's her problem," And it made sense to me. I mean, we live in a world that we have so many people and it's so hard to get along. It's really hard to get along. And it's okay if we can't get along, but, there's no point owning, how someone feels about you. If someone doesn't like you, it's their cup of tea. Because basically you have to get to know someone to be able to like someone, okay? Or to accept or, to deem that, oh, this person, is, But then who says you're supposed to like everyone? You're not supposed to. And one of the things I learned from that was the fact that, I'd rather, walk towards understanding and knowing what makes someone very unique and special than focusing on what those qualities that person, because we're human beings and prejudice is part of I think it's part of our DNA. I don't know, somehow, or we are taught prejudice, and many of us go along with it, and I think it's one of these times in 2020 taught us that there is no point. Prejudice is not going to get us anywhere at all. There are so many examples to that. Okay, all right. And then number 3 on the list is you will not stop anyone from telling their truth. Whoever wants to tell their truth, they have the right to say it how they feel, how they think, how they want to express it. You're not going to stop, as long as it's not violent, please. As long as it's not violent and as long as it's not infringing on your own rights as a human being. All right? So you're not going to stop, we're not going to stop anyone from telling their truth. Whatever it is that they want to say, they have a right to say it, and let them say it. Okay? We have a right to disagree, and we have a right to disagree to agree. But we're not going to stop them from, telling their truth. All right? Number 4 is, we are going to be standing up for ourselves in 2021. Yes, we're going to be standing up for ourselves in 2021. We're going to be standing up to bullies. We're going to be standing up to all those people that think they are all that in 2021, be it in the workplace, be it at school, be it wherever. We are going to stand up to those people. We're going to tell them they ain't nothing. In fact, you're going to tell them that you are so special and unique, Okay, that they don't have a right to talk to you anyhow. They don't have a right to talk down at you. They don't have a right to make you feel less of a human being that you feel you are. Tell yourself you're a queen, you're a king, you are everything and more. So we are not going to allow people to talk down at us. 2021, hey, our voice, we are sorrow, okay generation. We're going to be sorrowing this okay like this. You know, no one is going to bring you down. All right. Number 5, we're going to respect those who respect us. If my previous video, if you haven't watched it, I talked about the fact that the confinement beautifully made me connect so much with with my alumni class of Erdi Shagamu. And it's been such a breeze and such a wonderful thing being on that platform, you know, and the things we do. And one of the things that, you know, we talked about a lot was affirmations. And it was something I used to do with my son, and I stopped. And then now I started it. And one of the things that, you know, I started telling him is you respect those that respect you. And I think it's very important. Whoever respects you deserves your respect. Whoever does not respect you does not deserve your respect. And I think because respect is reciprocal, it has nothing. A lot of people always assume or think, you know, I mean, we're Africans. We have this thing, we believe that when you have to suck up to someone is respect. No, that's not respect. When you have to, you know, keep quiet and somebody is being horrible or nasty to you because by virtue of their age, you know, then you don't say anything. That's somebody being disrespectful, because babies deserve respect, because children deserve respect, just the same way you demand and deserve respect. So you are going to be respecting those who respect us. People that don't respect us, we block. Everybody, we block them. You talk nonsense, we block you. You talk anyhow, we block you. You do say nonsense, we block you. So we're going to be respecting those who respect us, because this is the year of growth. This is the year of maturity, wisdom, and not taking nonsense. And we move on. Number 6. We're going to be questioning the status quo. Again, like I said, back to my alumni group, which we were able to connect so much this year. And last year, sorry. And one of the things that, you know, has always struck me was, you know, and not just because of the group, you know, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I am hopelessly in love with Chimamanda, you know. And one of the things that I always admired about her is the fact that she has grown to question the status quo. And it is something admirable to see, because a lot of things that we do and a lot of things that we follow, or a lot of things that we learn, or a lot of things that are things we are told and things we're supposed to just shut up and do, you know. And it's interesting that she has been able to summon the courage. And I think it's important we question the status quo. Why? And one of the examples, one of the most beautiful examples she gave was about, you know, her culture. I'm Igbo as well, and there's certain things that she talked about in her culture that are very similar, that a woman cannot break kola nuts and stuff like that. I think it's important to question the status quo, because you realize that when you give, you know, if you give a similar argument for certain things, the same people who put in that status quo say, no. So basically, it is what favors them, okay, that should work. But if it does not favor them, it does not work. And why I'm saying this especially is because I am speaking to women. Most of the status quo that has been created has been where women are concerned. Not no other way, just mostly where women are concerned. And I think it's high time we begin to, you know, actually, you know, ask ourselves very important questions. You know, I recall someone I know, and she wanted to be an actress. The most beautiful thing about it was that the journey to being an actress, she already had it in her. She was already there. All the, you know, the people that she was meant to see, everything was already in place. On the day she was supposed to go for the auditioning, she backed out. Excuse me. She backed out, citing that my parents, I quote, my parents will never allow me be an actress. They would practically call me a prostitute because I decided to become an actress. And she did not. Because as in Nigeria, being an actress, up until now, I think some parents are still that way. I don't know if it's changed, but being an actress is tantamount to, oh, you're going to whore yourself out. Especially if you're a woman. Oh, you could be, you're getting married. You can't be acting. No. Even up until now, I still see certain comments on certain videos where people say things like, how is this person's husband managing? This one that they are kissing and that person's wife. I've seen all those kind of things. And but for the man, a man does the same sex scene or romance scene. It's okay. But then when a woman does it and does it well, because she's interpreting a role, you see questions rather than people focusing on, the role, the acting, and the talent that is being showcased there. What we see are people throwing daggers at the fact that she's married and she's got kids. What about her husband? How does he? It's crazy. So we're going to start questioning the status quo. I want to give another example. There was this time we're talking about the fact that there was a girl who got married to an old man. All right? I think maybe you've all heard of her, Regina or something. Now, her mom says her choice, blah, 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 blah. Kilo komimbe. Anywho, so we got into this argument again. And somebody was talking about, the reverse was the case. It was an older woman and a younger guy. And then somebody now said, now wow, now this one is witchcraft now. And I had to back up. I had to listen, let's back up a little bit. Okay? The Alaafin of Oyo gets married to 18-year-olds. I mean, this guy is fucking close to the grave. He's getting married to 18-year-olds. And then nobody bats an eyelid because it's the Alaafin of Oyo or because it's a man. Now the reverse is the case. A woman who is older than a guy, okay? And then he's madly in love with her. For whatever reason, it doesn't concern me. It's not my business. It's their relationship. Kokomi, and then everyone has something to say. Why? I mean, what is good for the goose should also be good for the gander. Don't you think so? I mean, if a man can stay and be marrying and marry 10, 20, 100 wives in the name of royalty, and see, who is saying, want to marry, Okuni that is fine and handsome and young. Why would you be objected? Why must you object? I think that's some of the hypocrisies and things that, society has imposed on us. And I'm like, why? I think it's also preferential. Because I know someone whom I could not have believed, told me to my face. And this is someone that is not even, someone very close to me. Told me that he said, I prefer older women. I love older women. I prefer older women. I'm like, okay, party. Okay. He's in love with older women. Matter finish. What's my business? It's your preference, it's your choice. All right. So I think, for me, that's number 6. Question the status quo. Number 7. This one. You're too deep, gone. Okay, this one. This one, we're going to be talking about women. Sorrow's okay. Women, especially married women. Talk. Sorrow's okay. Many of you may have guessed where I'm going to with this. If you are in a relationship, or you are in a relationship that is taking you to marry, or you are in a marriage, or whatever, enjoy. You see that thing that you like, you want to be done to you in bed during the, please tell Oga, tell them, let them do it. Listen, understand one thing. It's your loss. I've talked about it in one of my videos, and I'm going to put it, the link to that video in this video, where I gave the reasons why. And some women don't even know their bodies, and some women don't even know what some women don't even know what an orgasm is. and you know that this guy ain't hitting it right. Hey, Sarah's okay. Listen, in a union, whatever form, you are both learning, like it or not. Because nobody comes out saying, oh, it was the one baddest thing on the first day. No, there's always a little bit of awkwardness somewhere. So as time goes on, we all get to, you should, please get out of your comfort zone and say that thing, speak it. If it is the one, if it's Oga that likes to, if it's the one that, if it's auntie that likes to do karaoke, allow now, auntie, tell her I want to do karaoke. If it's the one that is bilikisu, uncle, auntie, tell Oga I like bilikisu, you know, that kind of a thing. Soros, okay, you know, say it with your chest, open up. It's important. Well, time is not waiting for anybody. It is very important. I even had this at a talk 2 weeks ago. It's important to how you like it, where you like it, talk. Me, I finished thinking about this is 2021. No, we're not in 2020 again. No. If you did not understand it in 2020, in this one, at least the events of 2020 has taught us that hey, we need to grab it by the horns, grab the bull by the horns, and move on, push. All right. Then the last but not the least, I think, is what's the last one? Yeah. In 2021. I think this is one of the most important things. We are going to take time to take care of ourselves. Emotionally, physically, psychologically. A lot of people, in 2020, COVID brought a lot of us in a space that we couldn't have imagined would ever be. Those who suffered from, mostly psychological, depression. I don't think there's anyone particularly who went through COVID or who went through confinement saying I'm okay, because I wasn't okay, But how did I get myself moving? How did I get myself there? I did it by physical and emotional, I was able to take care of myself physically and emotionally, and psychological therapy. Now, physically, what helped me physically was the fact that I could do exercise, I could do my workouts and stuff like that. Emotionally, I had to take a break. I took a break from social media. And this is me in how many months, aside from technical difficulties I'm having, but I took a break from social media because there was the first period of the confinement, I was looking at the TV. There were deaths every day. There were deaths every day. And I was like, this is too much. There was when France recorded 1,000 deaths, I was like, and it's still growing. It hasn't come down. It's still growing. So at the end of the day, we find that events happening around us require us to take a break, push back, evaluate, and know what's working and what is not working. I saw children. I think children are the people that when, because they seem and they look like they are okay, but staying indoors does not help kids at all, So, it gave mommy and daddy the opportunity to be with their kids, but the children could not be stuck indoors all day, So being able to actually allow them to, if you've got a garden, let your children play in the garden, whatever, but it's important that they do it. And it's important for us too. Okay. I'm going to ask my friend. There's a friend of mine. I'm going to ask her for some of the things that she put up about taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and psychologically. So that I'm going to put it in this video so that you can see. There's so many things you can do. And one of the ways also of taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, and even psychologically, sex. Yeah, I said it. It's true. It is sex. All right. So yes. So how, for me, that's the end of my video. That's all we're gonna talk about today. Yeah. And then lastly, yeah, that's it. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So what do you have to add to this? What resonates with you in this video? I'd like to hear your thoughts. I'd like to hear, what you have to add. What have you done differently since the year began? Of course, no pressure, but I felt that, but I think these are things that we really have to put down and put into perspective as human beings and as women as well, especially women. Lots of domestic violence that took place this period. So I think more as much as I'm also talking to everyone, but I think I would also put most of the things I'm saying, I'm going to be telling lots of women as well. So leave your comments in the comment section below. What can you add to this list? What is it that we can do so that 2021 will be much, much, much better for us? And much amazing, health-wise, psychological-wise, and all this good stuff. All right, so do not fail to like and share and comment in this video, okay? And do not fail to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, smash it, boom, boom, boom. And notifications as well, so that anytime I upload a video, you will be very much aware of that video. All right, and so until our next video, I'll see you all. And before I go, you guys, I'm sorry. This necklace, I make jewelry. I'm a jewelry designer, maker, blah, blah, blah. I also make brooches and stuff like that, which I just started. Well, I've started for a while, and here I am, I'm back to it again, thanks to some very amazing people. So if you want to know more, okay, I'm going to leave my Instagram handle, I'm going to leave my email, I'm going to leave my Facebook page. I'll leave all those things as always. Do follow me on all my social media networks so that you know more on how to order my jewelry pieces, okay? All right, see you guys, bye.
When I'm down